Hi, I'm Demián, and this week I'm reviewing Now, before we start off, as always, I just want to take a quick second to remind you guys to make sure you hit that like button if you like today's video, and if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. But without further ado, let's jump into today's film. Land was directed by Robin Wright and revolves around a woman, played by Wright, who, after experiencing a tragic event, retreats into the wilderness with the intention of slowly killing herself. When a local hunter arrives at her doorstep, though, she's forced to face her grief head-on and eventually learn to live again. Now, I know that the way the synopsis is worded might lead some of you guys to think that this is some sort of a love story, but it's not, okay? However, at the same time, it kind of is. Let me explain. You see, after Wright's character meets the hunter, played by Demián Bichir, time passes and he eventually does teach her how to fall in love again, except he teaches her how to fall in love with life again. One of the most surprising aspects about this film that most people might not know going into it is that this is Robin Wright's feature film directorial debut. And I was really blown away by both the camera work and the overall intimacy that she establishes between the camera and the characters. And when I say the characters, I do mean mostly her, because a lot of this film is just her by herself. But I think the fact that she's able to really show us what she's feeling without doing much talking, and at the same time capture that emotion behind the camera, it's a testament to just how great of an actress she has always been and just how good of a director she currently is. And not only did I think it was masterful, but it absolutely goes to show that in all the time she's been in Hollywood working with all these big name directors, that she's absolutely been paying attention. In addition to her performance, Bichir is also really good here, and the two have a really great chemistry together. Their scenes together are just so effortless, and that says a lot considering the fact that the two have never worked together before. Watching them forge this friendship right before your very eyes feels so natural. And I know that Wright's character is the much more serious and main focus of the film, but I have to admit that I kind of liked watching Bichir's character just a little bit more. You see, in a film that's mostly dark, he's a very noticeable bright spot. And it's not just because of the levity he brings to the film either. His character speaks to the importance of not giving up on someone who wants to give up on themselves. Even as Wright's character tries to continuously shut him out, he is always forgiving and optimistic. My only issue with this character is the fact that he's not in this film enough, and that directly ties into another issue that I have with this film, which is the fact that it's way too short. I like this film, but it's only 90 minutes. And I know some of you guys will hear that and say, okay, it's 90 minutes. Good, it's a quick watch. It's too quick of a watch. There are films that are 90 minutes long or even a little bit shorter that are fantastically packaged. This is not one of those films. It's very uneven. It drags its feet a lot at the very beginning. In fact, for most of the first third of the film, we don't meet Bichir's character up until like the 30-40 minute mark, and he's a very big part of the story, so I would think that he would probably be introduced a bit sooner, or at least stick around a bit longer. Like I said, he's not in the film for that long. And to make matters worse, the film ends very abruptly. Like, by the time that we finally start to feel the wheels turn and we start to see Robin Wright's character feeling again, the credits roll. Now, I don't say this often, but I do think that the film could have benefited from like an additional 10 to 15 minutes for further development. Nevertheless, Land is still pretty good, and I do hope that people watch it. I implore people not to be thrown off by the title. It has a double meaning. Yes, to some extent it's about this piece of earth that this woman now owns and is trying to live on, but it's also about the verb of landing on your feet. Most importantly, though, it's about the power that we as people have to help other people heal, and the importance of finding all of your pieces again and picking them up even after you fall apart. And for that, I'm going to give this film 3 stars.
How did you find me?
You were in my path.
Now, I was super fortunate enough to speak with Academy Award nominee Demián Bichir, who was in this film, about this film. We had a very cool conversation, very spoiler-filled conversation. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link down below in the description box. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the interview just as much as I hope you enjoy this review. That being said, though, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. Once again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. If you see this movie, it's in select theaters right now, but it'll be available on VOD in a couple of weeks. If you have seen this movie already, I know it premiered at Sundance a few weeks ago. Let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. If you loved it, if you hated it, if you felt the same way that I did, more or less. But yeah, I look forward to reading and responding to all of your comments as always. And that's pretty much all the time that I have for you guys today. So be on the lookout for more new content shortly. And yeah, I have one very big project I'm looking forward to dropping hopefully later this week. And that's all I'm going to say on it. In the meantime, I'm going to get back to work. So until next time, I'm Dempsey Pilat. Take care.